Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Balance of Opinion Sports Podcast. What you got? King Crush Glass, the host with the most, the man with the plan, and Manila.
Hi, Vinci, star of the eagle, feed the soul.
So today we go get into some questions and have a little bit of a friendly debate about a few things. And the first question I have for us is the Chi-Town, Chicago, and the Heat, are they going to lose their trades if the evidence comes up that they were tampering? Because from my acknowledgement is they'll lose picks, they lose the trade is null and void, and they get fined. If they do that, what's going to happen to those two teams, and what's the possibility of Kyle Lowry going somewhere else and maybe Lonzo going to Charlotte?
If that does happen, like you just said, that could be the opportunity for those other teams to step in. Like, Alonzo to Charlotte, that would be dope. That will connect with something we're going to discuss later too, if that'll happen. But yeah, I don't really know the full details around it. So if you have more on it, you can enlighten me about why it's tampering.
Well, what they're saying is that the deals were done before they were actually allowed to speak to them. So what happened was the agents were talking to the team, right? And they got the deal done behind the closed doors. And then when it was time, they kind of just made the trade or whatever happened because they were talking between both teams, which isn't allowed. So the thing is, they put it on Twitter that one of the agents put out that the deal had happened and the deal wasn't supposed to happen for maybe another hour or so. So, yeah, that's what it is, right? I mean, to be honest, I'll feel sorry for Chicago because I really, really love that trade. I feel that Chicago, okay, they're not gonna wow us, but let's be honest here, okay? Did we see the Bucks and the Suns being in the finals this year? We know that a bunch of teams were injured. The possibility of that happening again next year is still there. Do you know what I mean? It still can happen. So Chicago could all of a sudden hit that switch at the right time, and boom, they're in the conference finals. Even if they don't make it to the finals, the conference finals is a huge jump from not being in the playoffs, being a laughingstock, to being a contender in some cases.
Yo, listen, I absolutely agree with you. I think with the trades that they have right now and the team that they have right now, listen, I picture them finishing the season very high up there. And I think they could do damage in the playoffs because we're talking about an all-star center. You have an all-star small forward, right? An all-star shooting guard, right?
And a possible all-star point guard.
Exactly. Yeah. Man. And they're still stacking up their bench. So I think they're very talented. And guess what? They have a very good coach.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Billy Donovan, I still have questions for him because when he had KD and Russ, he couldn't reel in Russ to keep KD.
What are you talking about?
Billy Donovan is the coach for the Chicago. Remember, he had Russ and Kevin before Kevin left. He had him for the 1 year.
No.
Yeah, Billy Donovan was there for right before Kevin left.
No. So Scotty Brooks, isn't it?
No, Brooks was already gone.
No, bro. Kevin Durant.
I'm telling you, Billy Donovan was there for the last year, not the year before. The year where they lost that 3-1 lead, Billy Donovan was their coach.
Really?
Yeah. Because remember, he was there for 2 years after that, and then he dipped. So you know what I mean? He couldn't reel in Russ to let Russ know, like, yo, listen, you're the man, but KD's efficient. You got to get him the ball more. You see what I'm saying?
King, you know how hard it is to reel in that man.
I know, sir. I know.
And I'm pretty sure what's his name, Billy Donovan tried his best, but we know Russ is. Listen, this is no Russ slander, bro. It's just straight facts. And if you guys can't handle it, then
too bad.
The truth is hard to handle. I mean, it is what it is.
So now let's talk about the Heat. What happens? Do they keep Dragic? Do they, you know what I mean? Like, what do they do? Because they need to get another point guard. You know what I mean? They need another point guard. And they need a point guard that can help them on the defensive end and still be a facilitator. Now, people are saying Dennis Schroeder, and I'm saying, oh, hell no. That ain't happening with me, player. Scratch all that.
Dennis Schroeder did some damage to himself when he turned on that contract. What do you think about that before I get into the whole?
I think he's an idiot.
I do too.
But guess what? He's got millions in the bank, and I don't. So who am I to really judge him other than to say that his decision making pertaining to that decision was piss poor. Do you know what I mean? Like you should have took the deal and then you could have got traded.
The thing is though, I mean, what do you do? Were you an all-star guard?
Nope.
To be demanding that type of money?
Nope.
I mean, what have you done? What have you done for you to demand that type of money? And let's be real, was it like $84 something million for 4 years?
Yep. Good money. Good money.
Good money is an understatement.
Good money.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't even have been there for the whole contract, so it wouldn't even have mattered, but he wanted the big payday right now.
Yeah. You're right. But back to Kyle Lowry. Man, that would be very devastating for Miami if the trade got avoided or canceled. Because right now with him there, I mean that's a scary team. That's a scary team.
I'm not a fan of him, but he definitely would give them a boost.
Absolutely agree with you there. He would give them a boost on playmaking, defensive, of course, championship leadership. I mean, that's one of the big things you need. And obviously, he's right alongside Jimmy Butler. Who else? They picked up Oladipo. I mean,
yeah, for 1 year. That's what I'm saying, though. Like, everything could have fit together perfectly. And it's sad because, I think when it comes to tampering, if it's like blatant in your face,
yeah,
and it's like a shiesty deal where it felt like one team got hosed, then I understand making a big deal out of it. But I don't think either team got hosed. I think they all agreed to it. They just agreed to it a little earlier than they should have. Let it go. Let it go. You know what I mean? At the same time, I'm happy because I'm like, yo, Lonzo might not get that 85 mil, but if he can go to Charlotte, the Ball brothers, I'm getting league pass just to watch that team if that happens. I'm still getting it for Chicago Bulls if he stays with the Bulls, but don't kill me on it. I will do the research, and by next pod, I will give the defining stuff for it. But I think they lose the trade, they lose picks, and they get fined. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. So let me clear up something here. Listen, this man is not jumping to Charlotte. This man right here has been one of the biggest supporters of Lonzo Ball since day one. So that's why he's saying he would buy a league pass. And he's just keeping it real.
Yeah, like I tell people, man, I'm a fan of the NBA. Then I got my teams, and then I have my players. You know what I mean? And Lonzo was one of those guys where I feel like he got shafted in Los Angeles because of LeBron. And that when he went to New Orleans, they didn't do him right. I understand he came in with a janky shot. And yet again, that's why I'm so mad at Ben Simmons, which we'll be talking about shortly. But, Ben Simmons, you're scared to shoot. You're scared of failure. Well, Lonzo, he's been failing since he came into the NBA. And all he's done is gotten better and gotten his confidence up. You know what I mean? He changed his jump shot. He changed his attitude. And he does need something different than New Orleans because I don't believe that New Orleans is the place for him. For one, they should have hired Becky Hammon. Sorry. I know the other coach is okay, but you bring a little bit of that pop spice over there with a little twist, and maybe we got a team that can make a run for the playoffs. Didn't happen. I mean, they pretty much made Zion the point guard for apparently no reason. Do you know what I mean? And regulated Lonzo to like kind of sit in the corner like his name's Kyle Kuzma. Who you know what? At the end of the day, Kyle Kuzma, I wish the best for you, my guy. Mm-hmm. I hope that you do something in Washington. Because if you don't, I'm coming for that. Okay? I'm taking my pound of flesh. Because you was out here talking real reckless. And I'm a LeBron James lover. Y'all know me. I'm a LeBron James hater. I'm driving the bus with Skip. Me and Skip sitting out there with Shannon in the back talking about Skip. Skip, we out here tearing up the streets, okay? But Kuzma, you better do something other than change your hair color. All right, that's all I gotta say about that.
Hey, preach it about the Kuzma thing, bro. Preach it. But yes, we know the trend when potential of greatness is on the Lakers and they leave, they reach their potential whenever they leave the Lakers. God, that's my team. Love the Lakers day one, but I don't understand why that is. We all know they don't know how to develop players.
That I was just about to say that. You said it 1,000 times. They're not a development type of team. They're a win now team. They don't want players that they have to work with. If they have players that they have to work with, they have to be on the cusp of the greatness. They can't be at the bottom. They can't just be starting out. They got to be anywhere from the middle and up. They can't take players that are super projects.
Yeah, so I honestly think if Bradley Beal stays, they have a very good team because they picked up some very good pieces there. So
Bradley's got to go.
I mean,
I'm sorry. I want Bradley to have success, and us Warriors, we're looking for you, Brad. Don't worry, we'll figure it out. We get you over there with Stephen. Oh my goodness,
Jesus! Why? Oh my God!
You know what I mean? But we're getting off topic. Anyways, I hope that it doesn't happen that they get hit with the tampering. Even though I'd love to see Lonzo play with his brothers. Also, I want Miami to stay whole. I want Chicago to have what they have because they've been down and out for so long that it was just great to see some of these teams get like a stimulus package. You know, they're getting some great players and have a chance to bring the organization at least to the playoffs and have, even if it's 5%, 2%, a chance to make it to the conference finals. I'm not even talking about finals. I'm just talking about conference finals. That's it.
Listen, hey, brother, I agree with you. And the only people who does not have a soft spot for Chicago or like Piston fans, used car fans, but everybody else have a soft spot for Chicago because of Michael Jordan.
Of course.
Right? And I want to see them do good. And like you said, they've been like, ever since Derrick Rose, they haven't been on Chicago.
Yeah, for sure. You know what I mean? And that's the thing too, right? Michael Jordan made me love the Chicago Bulls. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, I wasn't really cheering for him after he left. I felt, they did him dirty. But when Derrick came, I was on board. I was like, yo, you know what I mean? This guy's crazy. And then, injuries and him leaving. Then I was like, man, I can't really rock with these guys. You know what I'm saying? And then now Zach LaVine from last year to this year, they make the trades. They got Lonzo. They got DeRozan. I'm like, yo, this could be a good squad to watch. You know what I mean? Watching beautiful basketball. And the same thing goes for the Heat. Jimmy Butler needs help. I'm not saying Bam and them can't do it, but he needs somebody else that's proven who's going to be a dog. Not saying Bam's not a dog. I'm just saying Kyle Lowry, for as much as I don't like him, he's a dog. And I'll never disrespect him on that level. You get me?
Yeah. Absolutely. He performs. Yeah. He performs. Kyle Lowry is one of those players, and I agree with you. I'm not a fan. But the guy goes out, and if his shot's not if his shot is not going, he's going out there, he's hustling, he's diving for ball, he's playing defense, he's crawling, he's scratching,
He's set people up.
Yeah, he's just not one of those players like we're talking about. Like if I watch Kuzma play sometimes and his shot's not going down, that's it. He's just standing there shooting. He's not doing nothing else.
Yeah.
I mean, but I hope those trades stay, bro. That's all I'm just hoping. And, it's so stupid for agents to do that. You just can't wait.
Yeah. Why does everything have to be on social media? Like,
why is it got to be about you? Like, no.
You already got the money. Why you out here telling on yourself?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's a rule they should already know.
Yeah. But come on now. These guys are all trying to beat Rich Paul.